Hi everyone, this is Adnan Khan, owner and founder of Canine School Dog Training Center. I'm also one of the biggest advocates right now in the country of positive, modern, science-based approach towards training. In the coming videos, we're actually going to be introducing to a lot of you what the real benefits of crate training really are. We will be busting a lot of myths, what people think of crate training as cruel, evil, bitter, and harsh, and trying to show how extremely positive, humane approach without forcing or punishing the dogs, how good crates can be in our lifestyle and how they can make our lives very, very easy. If you have any questions regarding this particular topic or anything to do with pet training and behavior, feel free to write down in the comments below. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel and keep watching these videos for more informative content.
Hi, I am Rana Priya and I'm founder of Dogspot.in. I have Adnan Khan today from Canine Schools, as we have introduced him earlier in some of our other videos. Today we are discussing about how to get prepared for getting a puppy. So let's say you are just you have decided on the breed, what puppy is about to come at home, and what essentials you need to think about. Usually you'll find a lot of information on internet where people will tell you bowls you need and feed you need and maybe leash and collar and a few toys and chewies and all those things. One most essential thing which everybody completely forgets to think about and consider, and there is a lot of negativity about it as well, is a crate training. Is a crate where the puppy is going to live that puppy's own place. Usually people invest in beds and something like a puppy pen maybe, or a cage, but crate as a concept people don't get. However, it is very, very essential from where we have raised a lot of puppies at our home, and Adnan have been raising puppies, and it becomes one of the most essential things. Adnan, you explain it very nicely that why crate is needed and what is the concept of crate.
Right. So, a couple of things before I even get to that is that right now, pet keeping or dog keeping is easily 30 to 50 years behind in terms of knowledge and intellectual capacity in India compared to everywhere else in the rest of the world. Crate training is a standardized practice all over the world, and all of the pet dog owners, even cat owners, in fact, in the US, in Europe, in UK, they get a dog and right away they start off with getting a crate. Now, psychologically, because I study a lot of psychology for humans and dogs combined, why we have particular angst and hatred and negativity towards cages and crates and all of that. One, because service. Second, because of all the shelters that you see, and essentially what people assume is that a cage is to dump your dog, or a cage is like jail for dog. And most of these animal rights posters and everything has cage, which means dog is in jail and they need to be freed and everything. So the concept of cage and crate has really turned towards punishment. A lot of people get a crate, and if they don't read enough about it, they think that whenever your dog is naughty, you open the door, you put the dog in and you close it, and then they will understand things basically. So first of all, I want to clarify, both you and I have never used a crate for punishment. It is like, how I want to put it is, when you get a new member of your family, like a human being, how do you plan that this will be that kid's room? You start painting that room, you start putting pictures. As soon as you get to know if it's a boy or girl, you do pink and blue walls and everything. The moment that child arrives, this is a human child I'm talking about, you get a cot for them, you get a stroller for them. You always have a secure, harnessed place where, in case you cannot be with them, they're not going to injure themselves. Even if they're sitting there and crying, they're not going to fall off of that place. They're not going to come into hazard of electricity or water or something sharp. Same as you getting a puppy at home, people are preferring to let that puppy roam around the whole house while we go to work. People are preferring, instead of buying a room for the dog, they can invest in extra house help when they go out for work, that someone, and this is only in India, that some helper or servant or maid, for example, is always sitting permanently with the dog, running after that little puppy while people are away, and they are still strictly against the fact that no, we cannot get a crate.
But people also think that it's a very small thing. How can the dog be in that small thing?
Right.
And then you have to, shut the door, and the puppy
Right.
will, keep scratching the door, and it looks like more like a jail for the puppy. How do you,
Again, so this is a very overly amplified human emotion, which if you see with logic, every animal, when they sleep in a size and shape that is much smaller than their original shape, right? Even if we are sleeping, we sometimes curl up in a C kind of a shape, or when we are crouching, we become 50-60% of our body type. Any animal in the world, be it birds, centipedes, snakes, rats, they go into bills and dens and cocoons and homes that are smaller than their size, because they get a lot warmer, they get a lot more comfortable, and that evades prey. So instinctively, homes are always much more, homes or rooms are always to make them cozy and comfortable. They're not supposed to be palatial like mahals or mansions or palaces, because even if you take a king in a palace or someone in a, I don't know, like in Rashtrapati Bhavan, for example, the size of the house, when they go and sleep in their bed, they still sleep like the same animal that we are, right?
And then they're still in the room, right? You cannot
absolutely
sleep in a hall or
exactly.
a stadium.
And in humans, if you see that people pay extra or want extra when they get a crate for themselves. In airlines, you pay 4 times to 10 times more for first class, which is your own crate, right? In public transport, people pay for their own car as a luxury, which is your own space, your own doors and windows. You can open and close it as and when you please. In office, what is the point of success? Having your own cabin, having your own, again, 4 walls, door, ceiling, floor. So even in humans, everyone prefers that my own personal space means luxury, right? In animals, the unfortunate thing that has happened is that animals were being used for entertainment, like SeaWorld and circus and everything, all through history, and the medicinal industry. Now, these cases, they use cages as permanent places that the animal doesn't see light of day, they never see the environment. They only come out for some medical treatment if they're in a company, right? They only come out for performances if they're in circus or SeaWorld and all these places. And rest of the time they're only in that small space, and they get depressed, they get psychosis, neurosis, all of these issues happen. Now it's the same case, like if I lock someone in a room and I go away, 6 months later they might have banged their head on the wall, they would have screamed, yelled, and they would be traumatized. What we like to do crate training is that the dog gets outdoor exercise, they get the training, they get food, they get everything, but when they need to be put to go to bed, right? They go into a crate, so that now we are hands-free, we can live our life. We should not have our life taken away by dogs, we cannot be off from work all the time. And these are the 6, 8, 10, 12 hours that humans actually get hold of their life back in their hands. See it as having an infant baby as well, that 8, 9 p.m. we put them in the cot. Once they have eaten well, to sleep, and then we start interacting with adults of our age, or speak to family, or go out somewhere. It's the same concept. If you have any questions regarding these topics about pet training, dog training, behavior, or any other queries, you can write in the comments below and we'll make sure to answer those as well. If you would like to reach out directly to me for getting personal and professional help for your dog's training and behavior issues, then all the details will be in the description below, including the links and all of the social media pages and handles that you can reach out to us from. Thank you.